Well, the official service to mark the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Daylight Time, and it'll be live and in full here on Sky News. It won't just be government representation for Australia. There will be others there too, including the co-chief executive of the Executive Council of Australian Jewry, Ryvchin. And he joins us now from Poland in Krakow there. Alex, good evening where you are. Thanks for your time as always. So what does it or will it mean for you to be there?
It'll be another opportunity to commemorate the dead, the over 1 million people that were exterminated like vermin at Auschwitz-Birkenau, and also to think about the totality of the Nazi killing enterprise throughout this country. This is a country where the pre-war Jewish population was over 3 million people. 10% of the total population was Jewish. In the urban areas, it was even higher. 1/3 of every person in the big cities was Jewish. And now Jewish life has been totally erased in this country. So it presents an opportunity to contemplate how human beings can do this to each other, how communities that had lived in a place like this for 1,000 years could simply cease to exist. And it's also an opportunity to hear from survivors. It's one of the most precious things to hear from those who survived the greatest evil. They are the purest form of humanity, and anyone who has the opportunity to hear from them, I highly recommend they grasp that chance.
Sure. Have you been there before, Alex, or is this your first time?
I've been here once before, but I took the opportunity to see other parts of Poland and to see some of the lesser-known death camps like Belzec, where 450,000 people were killed in just 9 months, a horrific place called Jedbavny, where the Polish residents turned on the Jewish community and burned them alive in a barn. So you stand at these places and through the physical proximity you contemplate, you try to understand humanity and depravity, but it's not easy, Pete.
No, and it is harrowing. I was there in winter 10 years ago, Alex, and saw the camp and was told of the horrific stories, not just about the factory of death, but episodes, and millions of them too, relating to torture. Some instances, prisoners were sent to stand naked in the cold while water was thrown over them. Is it now more than ever that these sorts of stories need to be told?
They do, and the sorts of stories that you've just related, Pete, are so critical, because when we talk about the Holocaust and the scale of the killing, it's almost beyond human comprehension. That's why it's so important to dig deep into the individual stories of misery, of survival, of hatred, of barbarism. That's how we actually begin to contemplate and truly understand what was done. And we begin to see the process by which this evil was rendered on the world, the process of dehumanization, of othering, of humiliation and persecution, of plundering. It's a progression, and sadly we're seeing elements of that in our society today.
Well, on that, plenty of criticism that Penny Wong is there representing Australia. She is the Foreign Minister, but many feel her position has been too anti-Israel over the past year or so. Are you comfortable with her being there, Alex?
Look, I am. I think the Foreign Minister and the Attorney General being here, these are two senior cabinet ministers, and it's entirely appropriate. And I hope by being here she will grasp at a deeper level why Jewish nationhood and statehood and a strong and viable Jewish state is so critical to the Jewish people, and what happened to the Jewish people when we were stateless and vulnerable, and why we will never let that happen again. So I hope by being here she gets that, and I hope we'll see a change in government foreign policy towards Israel as a result.
All right, that's Ryvchin there coming to us live from Krakow in Poland. Thanks for your time, Alex. We'll talk to you again soon.